everyone, how are you all today? So we are going to look at the assessment criteria and how to interpret the assessment criteria so you can write your best extended essay. So let's begin. So the first criteria that we have is a focus and a method. So it talks about your topic, research question, methodology. So those are the segments that we look at. So the topic must be clearly indicated at the beginning. That's the first requirement. It should also include the area of your research, the purpose and the focus of the study in order to satisfy this criteria. It should also include the general locational background, including maps as well as appropriate geographical theory, concepts, and vocabulary that is required to understand the rest of the essay. Above all, there should be a clear spatial component. Another important aspect of this is having a good research question. So, research question is best stated as in a form of an actual question. An example of a research question could be, to what extent does location have an impact on educational attainment of Indigenous people in Queensland, for example? So, show that the research methodology has been well planned. Focus is there on research. Literature is reviewed in order to communicate the topic, the title, the data collection. There's a significant sample size, which is also the chosen methods and materials are appropriate. The investigative methods are clearly explained, and the investigation should be clearly conveyed so that others could repeat the work. The reliability of the research should also be discussed. If any student is interviewing a well documented or a standard topic, you should attempt to look for a new approach or perspective to the issue. Second criteria is your knowledge and understanding. So the context, subject specific terminology and concepts, those are the things we look at to judge the knowledge and understanding. So the source materials that you have assessed should be clearly relevant and appropriate to your research question. They should be effectively referenced and incorporated in your main body of the essay in a way that shows and demonstrates your understanding. Literature cited should predominantly come from acknowledged sources. And the writing that you are carrying out need to show your understanding of geography, the use of appropriate terminology. Any technical concept should be clearly explained, and the candidate should demonstrate their understanding by using them appropriately within the text. And please carry out and maintain a consistent linguistic style throughout your essay. The third criteria is critical thinking. So we are looking at your research, analysis, interpretation, evaluation area. So the research refers to both the literature sources and data collected by the students themselves. And if the research involves sampling, then the selection and the size of the sample must follow the valid analysis. Students should present and analyze the data and sources appropriately. The data must be analyzed and presented in such a way that the argument leading to the conclusion is supported and clarified. And this analysis may include things like maps, statistical analysis, processing of data, and graphs. If you're analyzing the data statistically, then you should also show clear understanding of why that particular test was carried out. If you're using maps, infographics, graphs, etc., you should also illustrate key elements of those to analyze further. You should also aim to maintain a reasoned, logical argument that focuses on the research question, and should keep making references to the research question and the hypothesis derived from it throughout your essay. The conclusion must be based and consistent with the research question in the essay. And you must comment on the reliability of your data, of your research methods, and comment on the validity and accuracy of your data as well. The fourth criteria is your presentation, your essay. So it looks at the structure and the layout. So follow the basic structure that I gave you in the last video. And it relates to the extent to which the essay conforms to the accepted academic standards in relation to how research papers should be presented. It also relates to how well these elements support the reading understanding of the reader themselves. Provide a section and subsection in the essay with proper headings, and graphics should be analyzed and set out properly. They must be labeled and referenced. And if you're using your own graphical material, it should be relevant to the topic. If scanned in, it should be in good quality and should be legible. Large tables of raw data should be put in the appendix and should be carefully labeled as well. Other than that, maps and graphs and infographics that are drawn from the analyzed data should be selected to highlight only the most pertinent data that is related to the argument in your extended essay. And obviously, bibliography is an essential structural element, which is to be judged in this particular criteria. And make sure that you are using relevant sources, you're using reliable sources. And this particular criteria assesses references, bibliography, purely on how they are presented. For example, it should be consistent, laid out in appropriate academic manner. Okay, now the criteria E is related to engagement. It focuses on the research focus and process. So you should reflect on in your progress following things like the approach and strategies that you chose, the approaches to learning, how your conceptual understanding has developed, how the challenges emerged from your questions and your process, and what could be done differently in order to do it in a better way. So this is how it might look like, and I just explained these 5 criterias, and this is how this would look like. This is your form on which you would have your supervisor's comment, your marks, and the different categories. All right, guys. So with this, we wrap up your internal assessment and your extended essay, and make sure you refer to these criterias and make sure you are using a standard academic approach for structuring your essay to be able to get those high marks. So I hope you found that extended essays and IAs can be done in a very, very efficient manner if you just plan it properly. So that's it for today. Take care.